What are some of the frequently asked questions you might have about the Facebook Gaming Creator Program? This page on the Level Up program, if you click on the Level Up program or you just go to Facebook Gaming, you can search, it's facebook.com/fbgaminghome/creators. Then you can click on Level Up. It's got all this information, the benefits, community standards, and frequently asked questions. So we'll go through some of this now in case you'd rather me talk about it than read the page yourself. You do get customized support, which is pretty fast from Facebook. The high quality premium transcoding has not worked very well for me so far. I recommend 720p 60 frames per second. The most valuable thing I think you get is unlocking the stars so your fans can support you, which enables donations via payments to Facebook directly then that come to you after 60 days. You get access to some new beta features, and you get to the community Facebook group with other members, the Level Up Gaming Creators group. Now, to do this, you need a gaming creator video page. You need to do 4 hours of gaming content in the past 14 days with the game tagged. If you don't tag the game, it doesn't count according to Facebook. And you need at least 100 followers on your page and to be live at least 30 days. Your friends and family should be able to help you get to 100 followers single-handedly. When you make direct personal approaches to them, send a message. Maybe I'll do a whole separate thing on how to get those first 100 followers. The next step is you make sure you read these community standards and these monetization eligibility standards, because I clicked on some of these, and I mean, sure, obviously you don't want to be getting some violence and coordinating harm. I mean, some of the things are pretty common sense, but some of the things are not. Like, for example, you don't want to smoke on stream. And then, so you want to read through to see some of these things that might not be common sense, because there's a ton of things you need to comply with. For example, the community standards dictate, while you might see a lot of other people doing engagement bait, says, who wants a cookie today or something like that to try and get a bunch of likes, you can't do that as a member of the Gaming Creator Program. And even if you see Facebook sharing people who are doing that, don't do it yourself. It's against the community standards. There's a ton of things you have to stay eligible with. Go through and read all of these things. Each one of these different terms, you've got payment terms. There are so many things. Just take the time to read these. I've spent a bunch of time reading through all of these, and there's probably one I've missed. There's so many different ones. And you think you've read all of them, and then you click on one little link, and you're like, wait, where is this one? See, there's the community standards, there's the integrity, and then you've got all these subsections. You got integrity and authenticity. For example, don't spread fake news. Pretty natural. And obviously, you don't want to spam. But there's some of the promised non-existent Facebook features. There's lots of things that might surprise you in here if you're like me. So do dive deep into these. The content guides for monetization, it's like every guide has another guide within it that you can read. Now, the main way this is enforced is through reporting, which the downside of this means when you're a smaller streamer, you can get away with not following. Usually, when you're a smaller streamer, you can get away with not following things. And then right when things start to get better, you're often most likely to get reported. Therefore, read this stuff to begin with, because it sucks so bad. Right when you get the success you're looking for, then you get reported, and then you lose everything. Like on Udemy, I didn't pay too much attention when I got started with all the rules. I violated a bunch of them to get started. They overlooked it, and then I continued pushing the limit so much that eventually they ended up banning me. You want to look at and comply with the rules to begin with. That way you don't run into that success penalty. The success penalty is when things go really well, all of a sudden you're getting so much attention, every little thing you're not doing right is scrutinized and reported. So make sure you don't hit that success penalty. Now we'll get into frequently asked questions now. What countries is it available? The countries listed are available here. So if we go right now, we can see it's in not most countries. It's in the US, UK, Peru, Mexico, Brazil, Indonesia, Chile, Canada, Germany, France, Spain, Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Ireland. They're continuing to add more over time. It says, when will it be available in my region? Believe me, they want to get this out as much as possible. How do you get the 1080p working? I don't recommend using the 1080p 60 right now. It still needs to get better. My streams doing it were really laggy according to the viewers. So I would stick with 720 60 at about 3.5 megabits, and you might need to change your key. If you haven't got the check mark, then the eligibility is checked daily. Make sure you actually tag the game you're playing. If you don't tag it, it doesn't count. You have to meet all the eligibility criteria if you lose access from either inactivity or from penalties. You see, you got to read both of these. Make sure you're following the guidelines. You need to have your page up for 30 days before your page can even start to qualify, I believe. You can make a new page, but you can't transfer it to another one. So use the existing page you have, or make a page you can stick with if possible. Here's one. When do I get paid for stars? It takes forever. 60 days after you've got $100. 60 plus days, meaning if I get $100 worth of stars, which I've got my payments coming, then it takes 60 days after I get the $100 to even get the payout. So this is why something like Streamlabs to get your donations instantly can really help. If you want help, you can just go to fb.gg/support, and I will do a more detailed answer on how do you become a managed gaming partner. Now, if you'd like to know how much the stars cost, Facebook is playing around with the tests of the stars right now. It's nice to know these star amounts, but Facebook is just testing out making the stars available where you can purchase big amounts of them at once and then not have to give them all out. For example, I'd rather purchase several $100s of stars at once and then give them out to creators that are doing this. So this payment, the stars are worth 1 cent each. So if someone pays $1.99, you get 95 stars. You can see Facebook takes $1.05 of that. This is evolving over time though, so this could change at any time. You can see the revenue share is different based on each different platform, as I just said. Why Facebook is going to let users save up stars. And at the moment, Facebook only is putting these out for gamers. I imagine Facebook will roll this out in other types of streams as well. There's tons more perks coming across the board, and you can cash out via ACH or PayPal, which means, as Facebook says, if you get stars in April, they're paid out in June, which that actually sounds good. I should have some payments coming the next month then. Facebook decided to call it stars because they wanted to. So these are basic questions about the Level Up program, the frequently asked questions that I hope are helpful for you here.
Facebook videos, video 14.